luck, everyone. Now let's look at the better educate, the suspension of the erstwhile minister, and expectations of Nigerians. I'm being joined by a politician and social commentator, Steve Giwa, an engineer. It's nice to have you join me on the program.
Thank you, my brother. Good morning.
Very good morning to you. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year. Let's start with a probe into why corruption seems to be endemic with almost every Nigerian who find their way into political office. Sometimes ago, we were shouting not too young to run. Now, young people are given opportunities and shots at the limelight at the political space, and we're hearing these. Why is this so?
Thank you, my brother. Good morning, Nigerians, and good morning, Ondo State. It's a new day and compliment of the season. Let me first of all appreciate God for this country called Nigeria. Nigeria is a land that flows with milk and honey. Nigeria is a land that every Nigerian should be proud of. Because we kept discovering oil wells here and there on a yearly basis. And it kept increasing on feet and depths. Nigeria is a land that there is nothing you put on ground that will not germinate. Nigeria is a land that has gold. We have gold. We have precious stones. We have everything, good things for us that can survive us, this generation, that can survive the next generation, that can survive 10 generations to come. So, be that as it may, that is enough to let everybody know that you don't need to fear for tomorrow. That what will my children have, what would my grandchildren have, what would my next generation have, is enough to settle everybody. But unfortunately, there is a mindset. There is a mindset that if I don't gather, what will my next generation have? So that is why I first of all want to settle every mind that we have more than enough. This country have more than enough. So there is no point that you get to a place, whether you are a politician or you are, or whatever field you find yourself, you don't need to wanting to gather more than enough. Excuse me, everybody wants to get rich. I want to get rich. And I know you want to get rich is that I've been poor before. I know what poverty means. Poverty is not good. Poverty is sickness. Poverty can make you kill. Poverty can make you kill yourself. Poverty can make you do anything. So poverty is not good. So I want to get rich. You want to get rich. But what is on ground now is not just mere getting rich. People want to acquire more than what their fourth generation can be comfortable with. That is a major problem. That is a major problem. And I think that is where to start from. Letting people know that you don't need to acquire more than you need. You don't need to acquire more than you need because there is more than enough. There is more than enough. Oil won't finish this generation. Oil will finish. In the next generation, oil will finish. In the 10th generation, oil will finish. It's there. It's there in bulk. That there are other places in the north that has not been discovered. There are places that have been discovered that have not been tapped. So why?
How do we tame this penchant for corruption?
That is.
How do we tame this penchant for stealing?
Thank you very much. That is why I started from letting us know. If you know that there is more than enough for everybody, for your generation, there will not be fear.
I do think that very many know, but then there is this kleptomaniac tendencies. People just have this desire to steal and take things that do not rightly belong to them.
Yes, that is selfishness. That is wanting to. It's fear. It's still fear. They want to get. They want to believe that there will be no another time again. They want to believe that there will be no another opportunity. So let me gather as much as I want to gather. That is what is in the mind of some majority of our people. Sorry to use that word, the majority of Nigerians. And if we have to start from disabusing their mind. That it is not like that. There is more than enough for us. Your generation, your next generation, we have. So cool down. You don't need to gather more than that. Is where it starts from. So whosoever now finds himself in a position of authority, in a position of power, in a position of influence, they want to gather everything. They want to think that hey, if I don't, it's like the Yoruba adage, editorial say with a tube. You don't need to look at Nigeria as a weary. Let us settle our mind on that it is all right with Nigeria. It is well with Nigeria. It's okay with Nigeria.
And how can the current administration, the Tinubu administration, make corruption less attractive?
Thank you. Sincerity of purpose. Our people are not sincere. The government is not sincere. They don't want to. They want to, in the name of our party man, in the name of party thing, it's our party person, it's our party lady, it's our party man. So they want to cover some things, and they want to make sure that they don't disgrace themselves, so to say. Don't let us disgrace ourselves. We both worked for this administration. So don't let us disgrace him. Don't let us disgrace her. I think we need to take the bull by the horn. We need a man like who is ready to take the bull by the horn, who is ready to damn these consequences, who will not fear what men will say, who will not fear what opposition will say, who will not fear what anybody will say, but who will fear what God will say. It's a matter of sitting down and making up your mind as a leader, whether as a governor or as a president, that, excuse me, I want to make sure that this country is good. So by mere just getting anybody, letting them know, as many people as you have appointed, letting them know that, excuse me, it is not business as usual. Because what I see now is business as usual. It's business as usual.
Is that your assessment of the response of President Tinubu to the Better Gate?
Of course, because it's still happening. It's still happening. People are still looting. And they know they are still keeping quiet, both in the state and outside of the state. These are what we know. We are on social media. We see what is happening. We see people. Buying lands here and there. We see people acquiring this, acquiring that, acquiring our forestry. There are a lot of things. Yet people are keeping quiet. The government is keeping quiet just because they don't want to. They are afraid. What will these people say? What will this section say? Until we get somebody who will say, I don't care what anybody is going to say. I care what God is going to say. I care what the less privileged will say.
What's your assessment?
So that is it.
What's your assessment of the handling of the scandal involving Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu?
Thank you very much. It is fair enough. Let me first of all say, if we go into Betta Edu's case, it's a special case. Oh yeah.
Don't make it special.
Yeah, very good. It's a special case because her case has an in-depth. It has some things that we need to unveil until we know the real truth and know exactly what is happening there. Excuse me. I think I've read about Dr. Betta Edu. She has worked in some places before becoming a minister. So, and I understand that she has not done badly in other areas. I think there is something that went wrong in that ministry. I think there is a conflict of interest. A conflict of interest. There are heads that are against themselves in that ministry. That does not mean that they are not looting, but the reason why this one comes out for us to know now is because one is not ready to submit to the other. And that is what we need in this country. That you don't submit to your boss because if immediately you see that your boss is not doing the right thing, that is not submission. That is stupidity. That is you are abating. You are going in line with him or her.
Is this a case of submission or a case of concerted tendencies for fraud? When you look at the issues that culminated into this, approving millions of naira for travel to a state where no airport exists, and then there is money earmarked for airport taxi, money earmarked for airfare. So, is it a case of submission or a case of concerted crime?
Thank you. I'm taking it from somewhere.
Okay then.
I'm taking it from somewhere. That was why I said it is that woman, Halima, I think, is not ready to submit to this looting. That is why we're able to see that. It happens in other ministries. It happens in other ministries. But if the PS or the general manager or the accountant, if they collude, you see that nobody will know. But thank God for this one, that she refused, that I'm talking about is it the general manager, Alima, or the PS, refused to collude in doing the atrocities, in doing the looting. That is why we're able to hear what is going on. And I want to say with all sincerity to purpose that I wouldn't know why what a 37 years old woman will be needing, will be cutting away millions of in their hundreds. What would you need that for? That was where that was why I started from. Where I started from. What will you need that for? What would you want to be? Do you want to loot it so that you become governor or what? What do you want? So it's a terrific thing. It's a cankerworm, and we believe that we thank God the way the Tinubu has stepped in to at least first of all suspend her, then find out what is happening. And I thank God for the way the EFCC is already going about it. So it's a question of, if you treat this way, others will be afraid. They will, at least, even if they will do, it will not be as much as it has been happening before. So I think it is bad.
Well, 20 directors have also been invited by the EFCC, still on the matter of the humanitarian ministry, to answer questions as far as the scandal is concerned. What should be the areas where searchlights be beamed to really know what exactly is this? Is it that there's a need to recalibrate the workings of that ministry?
Excuse me, sir. Thank you very much. The truth of the matter is that, like I said, it is not only that ministry. It's happening in other ministries.
But we have these as a case.
Yes, we have this as a case study. That's why I'm saying that, like this one, are you getting me? Like this one, they need to go into, let them reverse, let them rewind. Because it does not just start now. There are other people that are involved, just like this case of CBN. Like the case of CBN, there are people that have been involved before, just because I agree with you, so they do it and they went free and they will cover it off. You see. But this one, they need to rewind back into last administration. Yeah, they need to rewind back to last administration and check books and check papers. What really happened? What has been happening before? You can see that woman said she transferred the money to other banks that the honorable minister did not know. You see, what if the honorable minister didn't ask for it? What happens? We had the case of Desane, who pushed $9 billion into a single account for somebody to keep for her. What do you want? So we need to rewind back. If we rewind back into and check the books of that ministry very well, not only the books of that ministry, if our president Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we want to do a clean job, let him go round the whole ministry. It doesn't cost him anything. He can do it. He can do it because there are lootings have gone ahead. It has been happening. So
I'm
that is just
concerned about this ministry because it is coming to an unfortunate limelight. Unfortunate in the sense that ministry is in the news for the wrong reason. And when you look at the trajectory of events, the person who occupied that office before is being tried for 37 billion naira fraud, alleged fraud of 37 billion naira. Now the current occupier is also emerged in a scandal running to hundreds of millions of naira.
Thank
so
you.
Isn't it that there is something wrong with that ministry?
Excuse me.
Like many have said, that it's a cash cow where many people just siphon the commonwealth of the nation.
Thank you very much, my brother. I want you to understand what I'm trying to tell. You may not believe it, but that's the truth.
You said it is across ministries.
Yes, it's across ministries. This one, the reason why this one is out now.
Do you agree with me that we must start from a subset before we can deal with the entire set?
Yes,
so
exactly.
How do we deal with this subset? Do we need to recalibrate the objectives and the duties of that ministry? A case where you talk about transferring money to Nigerians, whereas no money was transferred. Like Atiku Abubakar did say, that she claimed that 3 million households got 20,000 naira each for the festivity.
And there is
no record as
no
such.
Record, no
so
household.
How do we deal with recalibrating the works objectives of that ministry?
Thank you very much. Well, it is in the feet and the hands of and the table of the president. But however, my advice will be that, as it were, since it has been discovered that this ministry, that's why I said they have to rewind back, into the past dealings. the reason why, like I kept saying it, the reason why this one is out now is because there is somebody somewhere, a permanent secretary or a general manager, who refused to collude. That is it. That is it. So they need to check, and after checking, they need to now find a way of doing it that the papers will be at the front of the president. It's because there is no cross-checking. Nobody checks. Immediately they give an assignment, nobody checks. They just leave it like if the other woman has colluded with her, this one won't come to the limelight. They will cover books. They will retire. Like they will always say, they will retire it and nobody will know what is happening. But because there is somebody who has a fear of God, who said, no, I will not do.
So there's need for proper monitoring.
Monitoring. There's a need for proper monitoring. There's a need to be objective. There's a need to be realistic. There's a need to say, no, if for the fact that you're a member of my party doesn't mean that if you steal, I will cover you up. No. Like some people will go to EFCC, even after knowing that the person has stolen, they will still release them. Is it not happening? There are a lot of things that has happened that their names are in the FCC. They become ministers. They become senators. They become member House of Reps, and their lists are in the House of, and they are in the FCC. So we need a leader who is realistic. We need a leader who has the fear of God. We need a leader who is ready to say no, not again. That's just it. We need a leader who is not ready to cut also. That is just who is not ready to steal as well.
How do we strengthen the system? You know, I keep coming back to this issue.
Yeah.
How do we strengthen the system in such a way that corruption will be less attractive, one, and those who are found culpable, those who have been enmeshed in, who have been entangled in the web of corruption, how do we make it in such a way that they will be dealt with and serve as deterrents to others?
Thank you. President Tinubu have started a good thing. And that is how to do it. That's why I said, you don't need to say this person is my person, this person is my party man. Immediately they are caught like that, let them go. Not only going, they should be tried. They should be tried, and not just being tried. Their name should come to the book, and that they should be tagged, not to be voted for in the nearest future. Because some of these people, they cut away this money. That's why they do it. They cut it away. They go and hide it. Have you forgotten that sometimes ago we find money in soakaways? We find money in houses that are not good, that have become a threat, that are not good for society again. They kept them there. They want to use it in the near future to contest. So immediately such people are caught, they should put their names on the blacklist. That these ones will not vote for them again. They're no go. It's just like if a student is caught cheating in the school in exams, they will ask him or her to go, give another years ahead before coming back. So that is what should be done to such people. Immediately they find out that this is a minister or this one have done what is not supposed to do, that he has cut away money. They should first of all collect the money from them, find a way of collecting money from them, then take them to EFCC, try them, and immediately they are found culprit. They should blacklist their name
before I let
against
you go,
any.
I'd like to know what's your assessment of the operations of the EFCC, ICPC, and other security agencies in dealing with corruption.
My brother, if I must speak here, they'll be looking for me. That is the simple truth. I'm not that kind of person who will come online and begin to speak anything that I'm begin to talk, what is not. Excuse me, do we have EFCC? No, I'm asking you, do we have EFCC? What is EFCC? What is EFCC? They only try. How many people have they tried? Tell me, how many people have gone to court under EFCC and they are now, and their names are in the blacklist? They will always find a way of covering them. It depends on who has the letter. Yes, where are you coming from? Who are you? That is what it means in the FCC. They need to let us know. We are Nigerians, and we put them there. They need to let us know that, excuse me, we are for real. Let them let us know that we are for real. Not that a senator has done something bad, and after getting to FCC, at the end of the day, they will cover it up. Immediately that senator collapsed. The next thing is, you will see that they said they want to go and take care of him. They will just use one thing or the other. Do we have EFCC? Excuse me. I mean, it's annoying. It's annoying to have a body like that that should be able to, if EFCC body is doing the right thing, everybody will sit up. But they are not doing the right thing. So they need to wake up. EFCC need to wake up. ICPC, excuse me, they need to wake up. If they are not dead already. And if they are dead already, they can't wake up. So we need to get another. What is EFCC if the chairman of EFCC is also corrupt? And we saw it. And is it not happening in the last administration?
You mean the former occupier?
Yes, the former occupier of EFCC. Isn't it not the corridor of? Are we not seeing it? I mean, so what are we talking about? That is the person to whom lives are put in his hand. That, excuse me, if anybody does this thing, get him arrested, get them prosecuted. But yet, nothing.
Engineer Steve Giwa is a politician and social commentator, and has been speaking on the need to have stiffer penalties for corruption in Nigeria and ensure that we are not doing the wrong thing under the guise of saying we're doing the right thing. But just before I let you go, I also like to know to what extent you think the proliferation of anti-graft agencies is helping the matter. You have given a vote of no confidence as far as EFCC and ICPC is concerned. You know, there's NFIU, there's EFCC, there is ICPC, there's also the counter-terrorism, anti-laundering units in the police force and all of that. Are these things blessings or curses?
Well, they are supposed to be blessings. Some of them are trying their best. Some of them are trying their best, especially the police. They are trying their best. I won't dispute that. But what we are just saying is that they should do more. They should do more. They should know that the lives, our country is in their hands. They should know that our future is in their hands. And until they wake up, until they do the right thing, until they deal with the people that are supposed to be dealt with, and serves as serves as an example and a deterrent to others coming behind, then we are going nowhere. So that is why they need to wake up. They need to wake up. They are trying, but they need to wake up. Some of them are trying, and some of them are not doing anything at all. Well, they are just there as a name.
It will be unfair to just talk about government agencies, government here and government there, and then we fail to also look at what should be the roles of an average Nigerian in dealing with this matter. Now, many people aspire to offices because they also want to go and have a bite of the national cake and not to serve. And that's why you find them enmeshed in such thing as the Bettergate scandal as we currently have. What should be the role of parents? What should be the role of traditional institutions and religious organizations in reorienting the Nigerian citizenry to be averse to corruption?
Thank you very much. There is something to be sincere. The religious leaders are trying their best. There is no religious leader that will mount altar and say, "Go and steal." All of them kept saying stealing is not good. They read both the pastors and the imams. They will always say it from the altar or from their pulpit. But it's unfortunate that even people who goes to church to share testimony, are still the ones that are cutting away money. It's unfortunate. But what I want to say is that our fathers in faith should keep it up by nailing to the head. Our fathers, that is the obas, the obas, should also keep telling their children, and the parents, right from the onset, you should make your children to be your friend. And when they come back with a biro you did not buy for them, ask them questions. And make sure that that pen is returned. I think that would be the best. That is how to start it up.
So charity.
And at the end, and one other thing I must say is that we, as people, as the constituents, or as followers, we are part of why these people are stealing. Yes, because immediately somebody gets to position, maybe House of Assembly, you see people loading in his or her doorsteps. You see people calling. Even if immediately your wife is pregnant, the next thing is you turn it to the neck of the man in the House of Assembly. turn to the next of the commissioner, as if she's the one that impregnated your wife for you. You know, we shift our responsibility to the people who are in the corridor of power, and it's not supposed to be like that. So that's why some of them, they want to get, and for your information, it has even come to a level that when someone goes to the office as a commissioner, by the time he leaves that office, they will ask you, what did you bring? You know, what did you bring? When you were in the office, what did you have? You know, by the time you don't buy cars, you don't build houses, you don't build that, people will start abusing you, that you don't know what you are doing. It is very, very wrong. Let's change our orientation.
Let's
change
our
orientation and know that that place is not a place to go and get yourself empowered beyond.
Charity must begin at home.
Begins at home.
Thank you so much, Engineer Steve Giwa, for those very important issues that we've been able to touch this morning. That's where we'll be saying a very big thank you to everyone for being a part of the show this morning. And to the returns, God willing, on Monday morning. I am Sunday Kolawole. Please enjoy the rest of the week.